Hello everybody and welcome to the new episode, new interview here in the new Guernica. And today we're going to dive in the history of Jackson Great. How are you?
I'm great. So good to be in this kitchen, not cooking and talking for once. So.
Yeah, and so empty. I think it's very
so
weird
crazy.
to see this club like that. Thank you for being here, for accepting this invitation.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you very much for that. And for start, I'd like to know what sparked your interest in music, in realized music, in going to this wonderful world?
Yeah, I think music for me is a great outlet for escaping the world a little bit and kind of taking a moment in the crazy life we live. So from a very young age, love to go for a big walk, listen to a song, sit in the car by myself. So it's been a huge aspect of escapism that's led on to me making music that feels like a moment in time that you can escape the real world for a second and just enjoy that feeling that you get from it.
And the good thing of music is can these sounds transport us for the different part of our life actually, or remember people, you know, like our families, friends, some particular, I don't know, part of your life. Maybe we can go to the school, something like that, or I don't know. This is a good thing for the music, for these magical sounds of music. And when you start like producers, because you've been producer like for 12 years ago, how do you start? What is your first step for create music?
Yeah, I mean, I have this rule now. After about 5 years of messing around, the last 5 years, I've decided that anytime I have 3 or 4 days by myself, not much on, not much to do, I'll sit down in front of the keyboard or the drum machine and I'll just let myself enter a flow state and just see what happens. And if I try to explain to you how I write that music in that flow state, I have no idea. I just kind of sit down, figure out, have a little bit of a noodle, and then by the end of the day, I'll usually have a full song ready to go. So it's crazy, it's magical as the music is, but I love it because you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, but how many hours do you focus when you have when you decide like this day I'm gonna make one song, I have an idea like surround my head like the last 2 weeks, so I'm gonna take one day and gonna spend, I don't know, 8 hours?
Yeah, usually I feel like you get to about a 2-hour mark when you first get the first idea, and then if you're still feeling it, if you still got the motivation, then you keep going, and then usually be 8 hours is probably the mark where I go, all right, it's time to rest the ears, chill out, because there's always overproducing something as well. So yeah, about 8 hours to start and finish the song, at least its basic structure, is my golden rule, really.
Yeah, it's a good thing. How do you know when the song is ready?
I feel like when I'm sitting up and I'm dancing and I'm visualizing how it's going to be played in a club, and I feel like every thought and moment is there. But also when I start doing silly stuff, I realize I should stop and the song's done.
Yeah.
Because there's overproducing and just, you know, like jazz players, the less you play or whatever I forgot the quote, but it's the space between the notes that matters. So a little less is good sometimes.
Yeah, sure. And do you have so well a label? Boots and
Legs.
Boots and Legs. Why did you choose this name?
Well, originally we were doing bootleg edits of Italo disco songs, so we called it Boots and Legs. It kind of just mashed together, and then it kind of really formed up well. My background's a graphic designer, so started really playing with cowboy boots and all kinds of stuff that were very colorful and reminiscent of that Todd Terje artwork, and I think it really just ramped up together where the music is this powerful Italo stuff, and then this artwork really combines together for this really fun and future but nostalgic feel to it. So it's been really fun.
You get into it and like disco.
Yeah.
What kind of like Italo?
Yeah, like Italo disco.
Italo disco.
Yeah.
Like 70s.
Yeah, 70s to 80s, because I think in the history of Italo disco, they were finding all these drum machines, and Italians just did what Italians do, which do their own thing, which was a bit across from what was happening with the New York disco scene, which is a lot more bands, a lot more live. And I fell in love with Italo because it meant that I could mix in the track without a real drummer. It was all drum machines, so it was a lot easier to mix in.
Yeah, sure. Yes, a very good, interesting history about the music evolution actually for the new technologies, the same like 808, you know, it's just changed the world of music actually. So in Italo disco, I know a lot the histories about the evolution of music. You can find one for the technology, but you can find another one for about the drugs.
Yeah.
You know, when the new drugs start, the new music relays, you know, because
that's also a thing.
It's also a thing. So the 60, I don't know, the LSD, you can hear like Pink Floyd, you can go like to all the space, then cocaine, I don't know, in
disco,
New York, like disco.
Yeah.
But I think it's not the same cocaine in Italo disco because the Italo disco is more soft. I don't know what kind of thing the thing used that because it's changed. It's not the same. I think the New York disco is more rough, it's not so strong, no?
It's very
but
strong.
But it's more soft,
yeah.
More kind of house thing.
Yeah, I mean, I would say, don't quote me on it, but I would say it was one of the closer ways that house music came along, which I feel like Italo has a little bit of roots into a house music, even though it was mostly Detroit. But anyway, we won't get into the logistics.
You could say the people we can research.
Research it.
In the website you can find a lot of things, that beautiful documentaries about it. And actually, for sure, your label is about disco. It's called Italo disco.
Yeah, well, I mean, we call it New Age Italo because it's not as soft as the original Italo stuff. It's a bit more refined, it's a bit more high octane, and a bit more dirty, grungy for the club as well. It's this weird niche that I'm finding a lot of producers are working at, and it's a little bit underground still from your classic house and deep house and trance and all that, but there's a beautiful community underlining there that really love this sound, and it's awesome to be at the forefront of it and putting out some amazing music.
Yeah. It's amazing. How do you receive this sound, Melbourne?
Yeah, we had a hot second where it was pretty much playing in every bar. We're starting to hear it in a few boiler rooms and clubs, especially at New Guernica and its old location. I was playing Italo disco heaps. It's still around there. I feel like the kids are definitely liking the trance, but I saw Jörg Jensen at Boiler Room last week, or 2 weeks ago now, when this was filmed. And it's nice to see that it's still got a home and seeing all the young kids like dancing, like, what is this? What's this sound? So there's roots here, and I don't think it's going to go away. It's just you got to dig and find for it.
Yeah, sure. It's amazing sound. I love the disco, the Italo disco in special. Yeah. And for the future, what do you thinking about this? I don't know, this year or the next one. What is your next step?
For the label or for my music? Or?
For your music, for your label, and for your design career.
I've got an album coming out this year of original music with my own vocals, which is more house-based, but still got roots of Italo. So I'm in the midst of launching that and going out to tour that in Asia and Europe by the end of the year and the next year as well. So that's kind of going to be the forefront for music-wise for me. And for the label, it's just to keep releasing as much music as we can and showcase these amazing underground artists, because I keep getting 6 or 7 emails a week from just incredible music that's coming out. And
wow.
I can't always process it, I can't always put it out, but goddamn what I love to, because there's some amazing talent out there.
Well, it's amazing, this thing. Yeah, because it's like everything in electronic music and any kind of style is like a niche. You know, if you don't get into it, you don't know these things happen. Yeah. So it's good to have like your vision actually for this kind of music, because it's amazing. The music, and I encourage like every people that see the interview, go and research. You can tell the guys maybe where can I find you? Maybe the label and the...
Yeah, I mean, label-wise, it's just bootsandlegs.com or our Bandcamp or Instagram or SoundCloud. Easy one to find. And similar with my artist name, Greetings. It's just Greetings to You is the label. The Greetings to You is the handle, should I say. So yeah, I mean, all over the shop, we're everywhere. So we're at a bunch of record stores around the place, around the world. So if you ever see a little boot on a record, that's probably us that we made. So
there he is. And you are a designer, so it is very connected with the music and all this. Like, do you make your cover albums?
Yeah.
For the entire, like, for
Absolutely.
the label?
Yeah. Everything that we've done, every event that we've done, every animation. I really enjoy that aspect of being able to give a visual element to the music that's being presented to me as a label head. And I love it. Saved thousands of dollars on design fees doing it myself. Spent thousands of hours making it myself. But in the end of the day, it's really cool to do it yourself, which is a big thing that I always strive for, which is just do it, just give it a crack, and you'll find yourself in a hole that you don't want to get out of because it's so much fun. Yeah. And it's so exciting to be a part of, so yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. Thank you, Jack, for being here. Thank you for opening your heart and tell all your stories. And see you guys in the next episode. This is it. Thank you very much for seeing this new episode. And see you the next time.
Ciao.
Ciao. Thank you, buddy.
That was awesome.
Yes, that's awesome.
Ouch. 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 Ouch.